now I always believe in a journey you have to collaborate more with people. So then I met someone, I want to introduce you to her in a second. And she was doing something called Second Act Award. So Archana Dutta, who's here, she was doing something called Second Act, which is recognizing women who are reinventing themselves. So she does Second Act Awards. Because I'm always looking for people to run things. I don't want to run things. I just want somebody else's face to be associated and I can make them successful. So I met her, and she's doing this. She's been doing this on her own. She's been a professional, and then now she wants to do this. I said, why don't we just work together for a while and see how it'll be instead of, me doing something, you doing something. Let's come together. So we are going to be launching this Second Act Inc. Women Awards next year. Archana, can you join me on stage? So I met Archana through a common friend, Aparna Malhotra, in Delhi, and she said, oh, she's doing all these amazing things. And so I said, oh, let's talk. And then we talked. She came. She just got on a flight, came to Bangalore, and we started the conversation. So when did you start?
No, first I have to say women have their way, you said, and I have you now.
Yes, definitely.
So the minute I grabbed the opportunity, I have to say, I got on the flight last month, and I said, I have to meet this incredible one. And as she said that she is that badass woman, so she is that badass woman. She makes things happen for people, and I can't leave that opportunity. So I'm being very selfish here. I have to do this with her.
So one thing I do want to talk about, you being a professional, you worked in the business world and all that stuff, and now you're doing this. So this is a second act for you, actually.
Yes.
Why did you leave you're doing well, making good money. Why did you leave that, starting something, as we both know, is a uphill battle. So why did you do this?
Yeah, so I've had 28 years of successful careers with global organizations, was scaling up, earning abundance of money. But somewhere, like you said, I think Indian women, or women in particular, don't still give themselves that worth. So I was looking for my worth in my own eyes. I said, okay, money is one thing, but what am I doing? And in no time, I will be up there, and the God is going to ask me, what did you really do in this life? And so I said, okay, then I have to literally figure out something which is more meaningful, more purpose-led for me. And the only thing which was coming back to me was that how can I support more women to help them to narrate their stories and create a narrative for whatever they are doing. We don't give enough to ourselves. And so that's where the platform began. And it's a beautiful platform of retreats, workshops. I do podcasting, bring in people to talk about their second acts. And I also run an NGO now, which is on women. So
because we were thinking, and I'd love to get you guys' feedback after this, is that what we want to do is have the women, and also ultimately if the women are interested in building their own brand or something, we can help them do their own podcast or something like that. We can list them on our thing, and then we can promote that. She's plugged into the corporate world, I'm plugged into the corporate world. Just get women to speak at as many places as possible, first of all. So this is sort of our journey. This is what we are planning to do, and we should have women from all over the world be part of it. And it's just starting. As I said, if you go to inkwomen.org, we have a place where they've all landed. There's a photo, there's a video, basic stuff is there. Now we need to take it to the next level. You want to talk a little bit about what we want to do in February?
Yes, so February 2025 is going to be one of our first events. With Lakshmi, I think she brings in so much of abundance of people who come in. So I'm going to leverage on her network to get people to come and, of course, share their stories. We want to create a storytelling session. We were just talking about it yesterday to help women create a narrative that they have. We also want to get some masterclasses, something that, it's like an event of sorts where people come and celebrate. Like she was saying, we don't celebrate enough. And ironically, or maybe good abundance, that my first program is called I Celebrate Myself for Women, and that is what celebration is all about, that smallest of things to the biggest of things we don't speak about. And so this is going to be that platform, and I think that is what I want to do.
So we'll have awards, we'll recognize some women, have a nice evening thing, 2-3 hours stuff, and we want, you could come and say, hey, I'll gather 20 women, come and run a workshop. We want people to take charge, because we can't do this ourselves. It has to be out there, and we want to train you to go run a workshop for others. Because the whole idea in Inc. Women for me was, I called it the Tupperware model, in terms of you teach some women how to do it and they go teach somebody else. And you can say, I'll have 10 women in my house every first Sunday and I'll record these talks and upload it. And I'll be the one for my city. I'll pick who the best ones are. I'll go talk to the corporates in my city. So people can take charge and do it the way they want. We want it to be much more a distributed model, but also it's a revenue generating model. It's just not out of volunteerism. These talks should generate revenue. We know we have a place where we can put the talks. We know to promote. We already had about 5-6 people we have placed in different places. So we had Richa and Hannah speak at Festival of Consciousness in Spain, where I met Raj for the first time. So we're sending people already to different places. And that's where we are. So in February, we'll start our journey. We want to do workshops. We did a workshop in Kerala with 20 women came together. Yeah. We did a day-long storytelling workshop. And all 20 of them, when they came, they're like, oh, I just came because, and they all paid, okay? We just said everything has to be paid. They came, all of them, bar none, 20 of them said, I don't know why I'm here. I don't know what story do I have. My friend Susanna asked me to come, so I just signed up and came. But I really don't have a story to tell. By the end of the day, each of them was so transformed, Yeah. And we were like, actually, we can't do this as a one-day thing. We have to do it as a 2-day thing because it was very stressful to do it all in one day. So go away somewhere for a retreat and you walk away with a 3-minute video of you, and it was so empowering. So that's the thing we are going to launch. So, and here is Archana. We just had one chat on the phone, got on a plane, came. I didn't even, she put this video together, I haven't even looked at it. And she said, is it okay? I said, I'm sure it's fine. You're in charge. My thing is, if somebody is in charge, they're in charge. I don't want to interfere. If it's not good, you'll figure it out, Yeah. So she's in charge now, and we'll figure it out. Yeah. So thank you. Actually, she gave a great idea yesterday because she was saying we have a fellows program where there are people under 40. We get them and help them, etc. She said you should have this for people over 50, women over 50, because she said there are many people who work like me who want to have a second career, but she's like, I don't know how to go about doing this. It just happened to meet you. So why don't you do this? I said, this is a great idea. We should tell people you donate. And only then we'll work on you. But it's like you pay a fee, so we can train you throughout the year to have your own career, the way you want. So I thought it was a great idea to do fellowship for people over 40, and not just, young people who need help, but all of us need to reinvent ourselves also. Yeah. Thanks a lot. Thank you.
So just one thing before I go, they say that you just need to show up and the universe shows up for you. And I feel the universe has showed up for me. And I've showed up every day in the last 4 years, ever since I left my corporate life. I didn't know where this journey was going. It's just showing a lot of doors being opened. So everybody who's out there, I think just allow yourselves to dream, allow yourselves to manifest, allow yourselves to just create a second act in your life, which is more meaningful.